Minister Modi has taken to the microblogging website X and tweeted out to express grief about the lives lost in Nepal. He said, and I quote, he is deeply saddened by the loss of the lives and damage due to the earthquake in Nepal. India stands in solidarity with the people of Nepal and is ready to extend all possible assistance. Our thoughts are with bereaved families and we wish the injured a quick recovery. Now, joining us on the broadcast is our colleague Abhishek Jha. A very good morning, Abhishek. What more details are we getting on this front?
Well, so far the details have been that this massive earthquake has resulted in death of about 100 people in various parts of Nepal. Mostly the two districts have been badly impacted. That is Jajarkot and another one where about 30 to 40 people in each district have been killed. There are multiple houses which have fallen down. People are still trapped under the debris. The exact assessment of the situation is ongoing because the quake happened during the night and the rescue operation did not reach in time, and much of the information was also not available for the officials. So the exact intensity of damage is yet to be assessed. Meanwhile, we know that several of the rescue forces have reached to the locations and they are trying to rescue and pull out as many people possible from the rubble of the fallen buildings.
Right, Abhishek, we also know for a fact that the tremors of this earthquake have been felt in and around Delhi NCR region and also in Uttar Pradesh. What more details do we have? Are we getting any knowledge on any kind of casualty or any heavy impact in this region of India?
Not really. Like in case of India, which did feel the reverberation happening from the earthquake in Nepal. It was felt far across till Jaipur. Some people reported, especially in Bihar, in Jharkhand, UP, most of the eastern part of India, they did feel the tremor of the quake in Nepal. But the casualties or the level of damage has not been any concern. But the same thing has happened during around the bordering areas in Nepal, where many people have been killed. Now we know hundreds have been injured. There are buildings have been falling because of the impact of it. And even after the earthquake, that was somewhere about 6.2 of the magnitude, there was still tremors and aftershock that people have noticed, and that actually was more scary because that means people cannot go back to their homes, and the danger of those cracks, buildings which have developed cracks to falling apart is that increases. So that has been the case in Nepal. We know in 2015 there was this severe earthquake in Nepal that has impacted badly the entire country, and about 9,000 people were killed. Last month also there was a quake about 6.3. So we know that Nepal lies in a very active seismic belt, which has potential, which has a chance of getting earthquakes very frequently. And that is one of the reasons when we see multiple shocks or multiple tremors happening in this area very frequently. And this one is also very severe. About more than 100 people have already been killed, and more assessment on the ground situation is still being done by the Nepalese officials.
Right, Abhishek, thank you so much for giving us all those details. Now joining us on the broadcast is Mr. Anil Giri, a journalist from the Kathmandu Post, who is joining us live from Kathmandu. A very good morning, Mr. Giri. Thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Now help us also understand the impact of the earthquake to the property and the human lives in the region.
Yeah, it was a devastating, in any stock in the midnight of of the Friday. So lots of people they were sleeping in the midnight, and they couldn't come out. So that is why it is believed that there is a huge casualty of human lives, destroy of the property, and injured. So as soon as the Prime Minister got the information, and the other security agencies, now rescue operation is going on, and it is said that over 150 people have been died, and East Coast people have been injured in the incident. And this is a very disastrous, very disaster and very sad incident after the 2015 earthquake in Nepal. Yes.
Right. Mr. Giri, also help us understand what are the rescue and relief operations that are underway and what kind of challenges the Nepalese government is facing in providing this rescue operation.
exactly. The thing is that this particular area, Jajarkot and Rukum, they are from the very western part of the region. They are very remote, and it is very difficult. They are very very less connected with the with the road and other means of transportation. That is why the rescue operation is being hit hard by the difficult geographical terrain. These are the hilly region, and there is a very less, they are less connected with the other part of the country. That is why the rescue operations by local administration or government officials and the government agencies or security agencies, so they are facing trouble because uh, there is a accessible of the road is very poor. So, and there is we don't have a all weather kind of road in that particular area in Jajarkot and Rukum. That is why the Prime Minister has left early morning to Jajalkot and Rukum via helicopter from Kathmandu, and one of the army helicopters they are supposed to land in Jajalkot could not land this morning, and it has returned to another area like Surkhet in the very sophisticated area.
Right.
That is why rescue operations is also there. The problem, another problem is that since it is in the remote area, it is in a it is a far western part of the country. Geographically, also it is a very far to. Already, it is a very backward backward part of the country. The infrastructure like health infrastructure is very poor, and now doctors are saying that they are running out the very basic medical facilities in the local health center. Okay,
All
so
right.
that is why there is a huge challenges for the government, for the security agencies, for the other rescue agencies. They are facing huge trouble while in the rescue operation. Yeah.
Right. Mr. Giri, help us also understand or shed some light on the number of casualties, because the last number of death toll that we're receiving is 128. Now, according to your word, it is 150 people who've been brought to fore that they have been dead because of this impact. What do you have to say on this?
Correct. So, we have been constantly, our government officials have been constantly updating the, from the ground. Basically, two districts, Jajarkot and West Rukum, they are badly affected by the earthquake. That was the epicenter of the earthquake this midnight, and it is said that the casualties has just crossed 150, and probably another 100, more than 100 people were injured. So it is estimated that death tolls probably may go much higher than the 150 probably. Okay,
Right.
so and and there is also there is also simultaneously the government is also trying to put all the security agencies and political parties also, all the their cadres and leaders to come forward and to come forward and work for the rescue operation in that remote particular area of the Kathmandu. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Giri, for all those inputs. Well, according to Mr. Giri's